Alright guys, Kevin with Factotum Jack Home Repairs. So, yesterday we left you off with putting the motherboard in. Now normally we jump right to the CPU. The missus had to run to the store to get isopropyl because I don't like to use the cooling gel, so while we're waiting for her, this is a pretty quick and easy process. I've got two sets of 4 gigabits of RAM. And they're DDR3, which is what this motherboard takes. You want to check your specs on that. Same way you would check your motherboard to spec it out for the box. It's an AXT, you know what I mean? This is DDR3. It's not going to do too well in a DDR2 spot. I don't even know if it'll fit. It's just one of those things. And the same way you would check the chipset for what chip you get. You know, is this thing can handle, what's the capabilities? What's the chip setting? You know what I mean? Can the chip set in there? When can the motherboard handle it? Things like that. Those are all things you want to go over before making your purchase and trying to spec it out. So a lot of times you're like, I like this motherboard, but I don't like that. I don't like these processors, so I got to switch motherboards. And then I can get this motherboard. This chip is available, and it only fits with these motherboards, and boom. And then you kind of go through there and pick from there. So we're going to go through and we're going to get these open for you. So, and I'll show you how to install them. Alright guys, so if you'll notice, this is the top of your box, right? So if you come down, you have your CPU set, and then to the right of there as you're staring at it, there should be 2 to 4. Sorry about that guys, had a little bit of a vacuuming incident. So yeah, if you'll notice, you'll have anywhere from 2 to 4 RAM ports. It should tell you right on the motherboard. This says DDR3 right on it, so you know. You got to double check the specs on your RAM. It'll say DDR3 right on it. 8 gigabytes total. Each one of these will tell you what the specs on each one of them are. DDR3, 4 gigs. So, because they're selling them in a 2-pack. So anyways, yep, pretty easy. Just pop them out. And there's a clip on either end, so you open up all your clips. And you know, back in the day they used to like to go in tandem. So like if you only had 3 sticks of RAM and you had 4 spots, it was no bueno. They like to work in parallel. I believe that's the same case now, but since we're putting all 4 of identical RAM in, that was just like batteries too. They used to tell you batteries shouldn't be you shouldn't put batteries in you know, an Energizer and a Duracell next to each other. They should have, you know, similar type, similar levels of power. If one of them, you know, if one of them is a different make, or one of them is like half charged, you're going to want to use them proper. You know what I mean? And then with this RAM, obviously you would want to have, you know, 2 of the same in pairs. They only go in one direction, so you'll notice that there's a slit in them for all the little pins on the RAM. You get it out of that case. There. You'll notice there's a. If I hold it up to the. You'll notice there's a slit. Oh, glare. You'll see there's a slit in there between all the pins right there, and it's not dead center, so you know that you have to put it in, and it won't fit any other way. So we're gonna slide each one in, and as you get them in, they'll lock. You might have to give them a push. That side locked. Make sure they're secure. Boom, one set down. The other set right here. These were about $42 a piece, I believe. It was like 85 bucks for 4 sticks. Not bad price. When I was a kid, it was like 120 bucks for like 500 megabytes of RAM. So, you know, not bad at all, Skipper, especially with the capabilities nowadays. So, okay, last one, going in the same direction. They give you little stickers in these boxes. You can put them on the front of your case, reminding you what it is, so you don't have you know, so you don't have any issues with anything. you know, if you're like, oh, what kind of RAM do I have? Okay, that's the RAM. It doesn't give you any specs on these little stickers. I guess it's more for advertising to cool your box up. I don't know. But that's installing RAM. We're going to go into the graphics card, and then hopefully the missus will be back with some 90% isopropyl rubbing alcohol. We're going to take off the cooling gel. So we'll see you guys on the next spot.